Okay, everyone, welcome to match number 4. We've got 2 more chances to try and pull out another win and set a new high score on these legacy leagues. Alright, so 1 lander, let's go ahead and try this out. We can use the ponder to dig us up here. And once again, I will ask someone with a bit more experience in the format. How often, under what circumstances, or should you even rely on your cantrips to try and fix a draw like this? So I guess, I guess maybe having the duel plus the fact that we are a little vulnerable to Wasteland and Daze, I don't know. Okay. Back-to-back Delver action here. So I am not feeling great about this. Alright, well there's a Flooded Strand. So let's put back Counterspell, Strand, and I guess we'll draw the Force. Okay. Might need this Force for a not a Daze, Storm. Okay. Stifle on our fetch here. So I think we're just going to charge ahead and get the Stoneforge down. We can't interact with this guy. Double Goose. Alright, so with the geese in mind, I think we're going to look for a Batterskull here. So let's fetch, and we're going to get an island, and we're going to play Stoneforge, and if they're going to go to force us or daze us, we're going to have to interact. Let's see what they can stir up here. Okay, so it is a daze, but I think we need this. Opponent does not yet have red mana, so yep, we're going to do that. We're going to get the Batterskull. So again, we do have a backup Stoneforge in case something unfortunate happens to this one, and with the upside, we can actually block one of these. Unless our opponent can manage to get all of these cards into the graveyard. So, Guif. Okay. No attacks. Alright, so our plan is to... I'd really like a land here. But if we miss, it's going to set us back quite a bit. We'll tell you what. We're going to try and find a land, and if we can't find the land, alright, we do. We do. So let's put back Snapcaster and the Spell Snare, because I don't think they've got a lot of relevant cards there. So we'll grab those 2, and now we can float in our Batterskull. If our opponent does not come up with red mana, which they don't. Okay. I wonder if they have Stifle. Apparently they do not. So let's see. We put the Batterskull into play. We block. Then what? They play a red source, bolt it. I think I'm going to take the 3. I'm going to take the 3 here with the thought of if they go red source. Okay, so they don't. So my reasoning there was we can actually hit this with a Swords to Plowshares. So why don't we get in with the Germ. Since they don't have their red source. I didn't want them to block and then like second main phase red source bolt it. So we'll go ahead and swords this thing. Then we got Brainstorm, Pierce. Okay. They're still a few cards away from Threshold. Alright, I like this. Play this out. I don't think we really need to do anything else for the time being. I think we'll just hang out. Opponent's still, what, 7 cards for Threshold? Yeah. Okay, alright. Alright. So they're going to bring in cards to fight our dudes. So let's bring in the EE for those Mongoose. Let's bring in the Supreme Verdict. Flusters, cut a couple forces, cut the counterspells. I don't know if we want Gideon in days.stifle.wasteland.deck. Seems a little ambitious. Let's see. I think they play like Cindervines or something. Probably don't play Blood Moon, but maybe there's a chance they do. I don't know. Maybe we're good just like this. Don't want to over sideboard. We still do have a lot of clumsy cards in our deck. Or you know what? I think Counterspell's better than Spell Snare. So they're gonna be gunning for our equipment here post board. Do we want Delvers in the Delver Mirror? What do we cut? If we want to do that, maybe we cut a couple. I feel like True Name just beats them really bad. We cut Palace Jailer. Judgement. Couple Delvers. Alright, let's try that. Very, very slow hand. I'm gonna keep it though. It's got a lot of mana and a Supreme Verdict. More mana. So now the question is, when do we fetch? I don't know. Oh, that is okay. That is indeed a Tundra. Very interesting. Didn't quite notice that. What do they have white in their deck for? Wow. A lot of lands. A lot of lands. I need some white mana at some point. This is interesting. Maybe they don't... I guess they're on Bant something and this is a true name? Yeah, okay. Very clever. Very clever indeed. So, no red mana. It's a good thing we have this Supreme Verdict in our hand. Now my wonder is... I wonder... Do we want to play the Mystic? No, we can just wait to Mystic after the Verdict, I think. So let's ponder. I think we're looking for a threat here. I think we're looking for a threat, so why don't we... So I want to fetch again while they're tapped out, so why don't we put back... I want the flats. No, we have too many lands in our hand already. So I think I want the other ponder. Why don't we put back Counterspell, flats, ponder, draw ponder, play Misty, fetch island, Stoneforge, Snapcaster, Flusterstorm. Flusterstorm could be interesting. So why don't we... Let's see, we're not fetching next turn because we're going to play Tundra into Verdict, into Stoneforge, which shuffles. So I'm going to draw one of these, two of these. So let's put them back like this. Do need a threat at some point, but I think, like I said, I think we can wait one more turn. So hopefully they'll commit one more thing to the board. Maybe we can get a Goyf out of them yet here. I think saying goodbye to this True name Nemesis is pretty huge here. Come on, life. Do it. Do it. You know you want to. Oh. Disappointing. Disappointing. Alright, well. They will feel relieved, of course. So we do this. Now we also have the snap verdict going on. So, yeah, feels pretty good. And again, our opponent is breathing a sigh of relief that they held on to whatever that was. I imagine it's Stormblade. Okay, so there's a Wasteland from our opponent. We're going to get our Tundra. And here comes the gold. Yep, okay. Let's see here. I think we'll go ahead and play the Stoneforge. Yes. And given the contents of our current hand, I think we'll grab the Batterskull. We don't really have anything. To put down. Let's see, we have one more island in our deck, so I think we will. We just shuffled. We'll put this into play. Pass the turn. Oh no. Swords to Plowshares. Okay. Do have us on a pretty quick clock here, though, with the Scoif. Alright, so that's a mana. That is a mana, but I don't think I want to play out. I don't think I want to play out our Batterskull into that. So let's play the Stoneforge here and see if we can soak up a little bit more damage. Or do we want to instead snap Ponder? Yeah, let's do that instead. I think we need to get something going. This will also buy us a turn here and block the Goif. Potentially. Let's Ponder. I think those cards all do things we want. Judgement. Explosives. Okay. Alright. If our opponent does go for a snap swords on our Snapcaster here or something. Okay, looks like we will get the block we were counting on here. It's fine. Okay, this was the Council's Judgment. Do we want to lead with the Judgment? Get this out of here. Actually, I think we're going to go with the explosives. So we don't need to do that. Done. I guess Crows and Grip would be a nasty surprise. But yeah, we just want to get the ground clear here. Because if they play like a Jace or something, then we're gonna need this Council's Judgment. So yeah, there's the 2, and I'm not gonna take this damage here. It's right to the end step. Excellent. There's that last island, so that's too bad. So, what could our opponent have in hand? Not entirely sure. But let's go ahead and play our island, and I'm just going to hardcast this Batterskull. We can pay for a Spell Pierce, we can pay for a Daze. So let's get a Plains. Yes. They have double Daze? Looks like they do. So now the question becomes... Alright, sure. We'll fetch our Tundra. Yes, and then I guess they get to slam their big nasty next turn. Or maybe they have a force yet. Wow. Gee willikers. Did not think to play around triple Daze. Sorry, everyone. That was entirely my bad. And there's the follow-up. Okay. We did bring that Gideon in, right? Let me see this. We did not. Drat. Drat. Let's see. Alright, well, we gotta get something going here. Give me this. Put it into play. Do we want to equip it? I think we'll hold tight for right now. Because ideally this thing will not connect. Opponent did put themselves down some lands here, so this Flusterstorm might get some utility after all. But we are definitely on the ropes here. A path, you say? Okay. Or rather, a Swords to Plowshares, I guess. Too much modern on the brain. I guess that's one spell. This makes 2 spell. Okay. What's your name? Okay. I accept. Opponent is tapped out. So we're going to play this. I choose that. And then we're going to play this. Okay. Come on. Just need to get in there. be working. Come on. Show us the money. Swords, Plowshares. Yeah, we're going to reveal that. Okay. We're going to choose this creature. I'm going to pay two of these here mana. We're going to get in there. Alright, charging her up. Now me, I'm a hoarder, so I'm always gonna think to save these for when I quote-unquote need them. But let me know some good best practice tips or whatever when it comes to playing with Jitte. They draw another true name. Unfortunate. Okay. We sided out a council's judgment. Okay, so we're gonna have to attack. So we get some more counters here, and I'm gonna brainstorm now. Try to hit a true name or something. Ooh, those are not good. Those are not good at all. I'm gonna put back these two. I'm gonna play this and just take them down some white here. Well, they have a fetch land at the ready, I guess. So what's the other mode on this? +2/+2 till end of turn. So let's see, we've got 4 counters, that's 8 damage, so we have 11 on there. Okay. So I'm going to remove a couple counters here next turn. Go down to 5. Our opponent should not have any reach at this point. So let's go ahead and attack here. The opponent goes to not block. I'm going to buff. Buff. Okay. So now we can gain some life, and we can sock it to our opponent. I forget if we won the first match here or not. Oh, we apparently did, and that'll be the game. That will be the game right there. So, okay, so Bant Delver there threw me for a loop for sure. I was definitely expecting a red mana to come out at some point, of course. Tried to play around lightning bolts and things of that nature the first game, but I guess that's just our deck doing what our deck does, and going over the top of these Delver decks. Triple Days was a little nuts, but other than that, I think we were in a pretty good position. I don't know about. Well, I guess maybe it's a natural progression where maybe our opponent was looking at blue-white Delver and seeing the strides that it has made recently, and maybe their opponent thought we didn't see any Stoneforges out of them. Doesn't mean they didn't play them. I guess it's possible that they went through 2 matches and did not see them, but maybe they thought just a natural progression was to start playing green, giving themselves access to additional threats in Mongoose and Tarmogoyf. My gut instinct tells me that the Mongoose plays a lot better with red than it does with white, but your mileage may vary, especially since it can't get up into the air. Like maybe a Pteramander would be better here, but I don't know. Either way, good game, and so we officially have a new personal best here. We are currently 2-2 in this league, and we have 1 game left to go. Maybe with a bit of luck and some tight play, we can cinch a coveted 3-2 and see where we can go from there. But all right, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the penultimate match.